I knew that I did not want to go back to work in a 8-to-5 job.
Running an all-cash laundromat is very real.
That's the most important thing, how to make your store profitable.
We thought it was just a prime opportunity to come in.
This is just the first one. I see us opening up many more different stores.
It's not how much you make, but it's how much you keep.
But running a laundromat full-time, at a full-time job is real. The money is real, the income is real, the people are real, the situation is real. You just have to believe yourself and do it.
In the laundry business, it's so easy to run. You can make money. I went golfing today, okay? I was out on the golf course at 11 o'clock this morning, and I was making money.
I can be working in my yard and I'm making money. I went to New York City on vacation a couple of months ago, came back and had a whole lot of money.
We're making money while I'm at work, at my other job. I'm making money while I'm at home, sleeping, taking a nap. I'm making money when I'm actually at church. It's just amazing. When I'm at the park playing with my god kids, I'm actually making money.
We've been open since March 1st and it's already profitable.
Not only are you making good money, but you have the ability, especially with Danny's program, to keep a lot of the money. And he shows you how to keep more of the money. There's different ways, there's different techniques, and with his techniques, I realized that I'm keeping more money.
We're making money 24/7, 365. Crystal's home playing with Ethan. I know there's people here.
Been researching corn laundries for over 4 years and came a lot of information, but it wasn't until I actually got a hold of Danny's DVD, watched it, got excited about the whole process, and actually had the courage to go out and do it.
I've been looking at laundromats for a long time, and I've tried to do my own investigation and Googled a lot of websites and tried to find what was out there. And then I came across Danny's system for laundromats, and I read what he had to offer, and it answered all the questions that I had as far as running a laundromat. I looked at a lot of them and still had, even after the investigation I did, I had a lot of questions about how to run it and who to put in place to run it. It even answered questions that I didn't have.
I was excited to dive into this program because there's nothing else out there like it.
The friendship with Danny that I've already got once I bought the DVD, really just had a couple of questions about video games. Danny called back that day, got his personal number. We probably talked once a week. Very, very helpful, and not like he's just trying to sell you one product and then just go on about your way.
Not only doing the research online, but actually talking to a couple of people. I had one distributor take me out and was telling me little information as to how to get started, but not as to how to delve in to get started, what we needed to know. It was really get you in there, get their money in their pocket, and just let you go. Versus what we listened to on the DVD, and gave us point-to-point stuff in clarity as to what to look for. We had never heard or anything from the people selling, from the distributors, from other people that I know that own. I have another guy that owns 5 or 6 of them. He never said ever once, go out there and ask for this, that, or the other. He was building laundries. He talked more about building laundries. Danny on the other end said, don't build. And it was a good idea because what we're making right now from not building and how we came into this building is a beautiful thing. It was a great blessing from the information he gave us. We saved tons of money, close to $100,000 up front within 6 months, just from not paying the rent alone, which I would have never thought of asking for. And nobody ever introduced me to that concept except on the DVD.
And we are living examples of free rent. We have free rent.
Danny's DVD helped Crystal and I a lot just on the finer details to generate more income throughout the life of the laundromat.
You motivate your attendants and keep them motivated to do what they need to do to keep the store clean, keep the customers happy, and you're out the door. You're taking money to the bank every week.
And if you want to, you can do this with no money out of pocket, or very little money out of pocket. And the turnaround of your money out of pocket, like I said, if it was $5,000 we came out, within less than 30 days, we got more than that back.
I didn't have to actually put out cash in order to obtain a laundromat. In other programs, I did see, people are explaining to you how to buy a laundromat, and I don't think it takes much to realize how to buy a laundromat. They'll show you the profit margins, basically any business 101. Danny shows you that as well if you want to go that route. He stresses that you don't have to pay for a laundromat. And I found that every time I went out to scout a laundromat, there were opportunities out there.
And he's like, let's watch this DVD. And I'm like, okay, what's going on here? So we watched it, and then I was like, wow, you know, we really can make some money here.
In my whole investigation of owning a laundromat and running a laundromat, I'm a numbers guy. I've owned many other businesses, and it's all about numbers for me. It's about profit. And I checked out books offline, and Danny's system was so thorough in explaining all the ins and outs of a laundromat and how to scout the store, how to run the store, how to put attendants in place.
I mean, it's like a lot of information on the DVD that's really, really beneficial. I can go into great details about it, the security features, we listened to that. What you said about the attendance, I took notes about that.
Everything in the DVD that we got, we are implementing that plan right now. Even the signage, the open 24 hours, security, a lot of things like that helped us tremendously.
A lot of my expenses went out through paying employees. In Danny's DVD, he shows you a way to pay your employees through their own hard work. That's huge. So now I'm saving tons of money by not actually taking the money to pay the employees out of my pocket. The system is worth it just because of that.
You know, that's saving us real money every day, because now we have attendants and employees in here and it can be done in the real world. You can actually have people work for you that are contracted that makes their own money.
Putting contract laborers in place that run your store for you, so you don't have to be there every hour of the day. It's as simple as coming and collecting the coin, swapping it out for the bills, and the store runs itself.
The wash, fold, dry is the key, I think, to the success. We're wanting to be entrepreneurs, own it, you know, flexible hours. That's the things that hit us right out of the gate.
You could go out and spend a lot of money the hard way. You could go out and lose a lot of money the hard way. You could go out and earn money the easy way by just listening. You could push rewind, you could push fast forward, you could push pause.
I was really, really apprehensive about the equipment part of the laundromat because I'm not a professional. I can't even fix my home laundry washing machine at home if I try to call a service tech out. So I'm thinking coin laundry, tons of more machines, big machines, really complicated. But after I watched the DVD and actually watched Danny do it, knowing that he's not a professional, he made it look so easy. And that really was an apprehensive point for us. We was like, well, how do we fix these machines? But after watching him do it, he made it look so easy that we was like, okay, that's not going to be an issue. That's not going to be an issue at all.
Conventional wisdom says for us to, go out there and take our savings from our jobs and invest it into our business, Spend, I guess, $100,000 at least to build out a store, build out someone else's store, put your equipment in it, et cetera, et cetera. Danny's program shows you that there are opportunities out there where you don't have to do that. You can save that money and invest it into other things. Golden opportunities where you can go in and you'll have a store already built out. You'll have a store with equipment in it, and someone's just trying to give it away. Why? Because they didn't educate themselves about the business. And this is what he's allowing us to do, educate ourselves about the business.
You can make so much more money in a coin laundry business.
I was just here on Monday, and I spent literally 25 minutes here, and that included talking to the attendant.
I personally spend probably 2 hours a week in here max.
We're able to spend 45 minutes a week in the store and yet still reap the benefits of a full-time cash business.
This is how this business affects my relationship with my 2-year-old is, I get to spend almost all my time with him.
While walking into negotiations with landlords, it actually feels like Danny's actually with me. The reason why is because I refer back to his DVD regularly. It's a huge reference for me. It's on DVD. So when I'm going through that process, scouting process, I watch the scouting aspect of the DVD. Negotiation process, I watch the negotiation aspect of the DVD. And what happens is, I use even some of the words that he uses on the DVD. And I go there with his experience, I go there with my dad's experience, and it comes together.
And I've still gone back, probably 3 or 4 more times and watched it since we've been open.
And I don't think our laundromat would be as great as it is if it wasn't for your video.
When we went in to negotiate and actually talk to the landlord about the business itself, it was like he was right there, because I knew what questions to ask him. I knew what I had already wanted. I had already wrote the information down to what to go in and talk to him about. And at first he wasn't very receptive, but we kept talking to him, and I didn't give up hope. I just kept remembering the things that Danny said to ask for. And it worked well in negotiation, because, like I said, we walked out of there with everything that we had actually asked for. We went in there and we talked to him and said, this is what we need, because we need to pay your rent. You don't want your bill to be done.
Years we're trying to get into. We are going to be here for 15 years.
Yeah, we're not a fly by night.
15 years worth of income, 15 years worth of rent. Give us a little bit of that back so we can give it back to you.
There's actually a scene in Danny's DVD, whereas it's raw footage. He gets out of his car and he walks into a store, a laundromat, and he just starts asking the laundry owner questions. And he kind of shows you how to scout. It's not written down. It's actually, you can actually see it, and you can follow his steps. You can follow the questions that he asks. And ironically, the laundry owner continued to answer questions. I didn't think it would work out that way. It gave me confidence to go ahead and do it myself. The owners are willing to give me information concerning their store.
I learned that you can talk to the owners. You can walk in the store. You can ask them questions without feeling like you're threatening them.
Danny's system is very simple to follow. Lays it all out for you, step 1, 2, 3, and 4.
The money we actually spent on the DVD and what it actually taught us, it's worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Because we would actually went out and looked at purchasing a store. We'd been really upside down at that point. The money we're saving in our rent, the abatement from the rent, saves us hundreds of thousands of dollars. So the price of that DVD is really priceless in the information that it actually has for you, and the money, the real money that you can actually save.
I want to take this time just to tell Danny that I really appreciate and thank you from the bottom of my heart and my family's for making our dream come true and owning our own laundromat. Thank you, Danny.
Danny, we appreciate the DVD. It's helped us a lot. Hope to continue our friendship.
I'd like to take this opportunity just to tell Danny thank you. It's just awesome. The information that he has really, really helped to make a dream come true for me, and I can't thank him enough.
Thank you for having the concern for others to better themselves. I appreciate it, and it's affected my life, and I thank you for creating this DVD.
After going out and investing in some more laundromats based on the DVDs, 2 years, I see myself retiring, sailing around, and as I'm sailing around, I'll just be fully knowing and aware of the fact that I'm still making money.
I would recommend actually going out and getting the DVD, not tomorrow, but today. Educating yourself about the business before you just jump into it. So make a small investment. Make a small investment in yourself and your education. Most of us are sending our children to college, and we pay way more for the education that we're getting there than Danny's asking for this DVD. So I would recommend educating yourself, knowing the most that you can about the business before you jump into it. And when it's time to do it, do it. Danny can't do the work for you. Do the work. There is some work involved. Anything good has work involved, but he shows you what to do. It's not you figuring it out on your own. Jump on the DVD, learn as much as you possibly can, open up your next store. Just don't open it up near my store.
I would not rather be working for anybody but myself.